Hello, everybody. Happy Saturday. I just realized I think it was last Saturday that I was here. Was it last Saturday? Y'all, I cannot keep track of time, but I was like, hey, let's make this a Saturday thing. And I realized, I know nobody's even in here and I'm just talking, but um I realized last time I watched a little bit of my video back and it was a lot of you couldn't hear me. So I actually do have a little headset that I have to use for teaching with a microphone on it. So let me know if you can't, if it's going in and out, or if maybe that was just on the replay. I don't know. Plus, girls gotta have a fan here, so that might be interfering with some of the audio. And yeah, I think that's all I want to say. Wow, 40 people popped in here that fast. Hey, everybody. Hope everybody had a great Saturday. I'm just getting home. I've been gone all day. It's beautiful. It's like spring here, and I just go crazy. In my former life, I would be at Lowe's buying every flower I could find. Now I have to kind of pace myself for physical reasons and financial reasons, but I still get a lot of joy out of my little garden that I have. And I tell you what, one thing I just pisses me off more than anything is I cannot get bulbs to come up. And it's me. It's not where I live because it's happened here and it's happened in my old house. And I mean, I planted like one of my girlfriends gave me, it was like over 200 daffodil bulbs and none of them bloomed. So I don't know what the hell the problem is. They'll come up the green part, but the actual flower doesn't bloom. So it's not like the little gophers and everything are eating them, which is what I thought the problem was, because then the green part wouldn't even come up, right? Am I right? There is a splotch right there, making me look like a goop on my face. Sorry. Um, anyway, let me pull up this on my phone. Hey, everybody. Get to say hi to everybody. I'm just babbling away. Don't know if somebody's in here cussing me out. Oh, I did make some people moderators. I hope that's okay. I found, it's really, no, it's on my tongue. I love the replay, the live replay. Love it. And it's so much easier to, find moderators and that kind of thing, whatever you need to do with just clicking on them from the chat is what I found out. But I just think YouTube did something right with that feature. Good job. So, anyway, I yeah, had a pretty good day, and I was thinking about all this. I don't know if anything's happened today. Like I said, I just got in a little while ago, but I have two things. I can either talk about all this junk and would love maybe a little bit of a recap from everybody too, because I just watched some things even last night that I was like, oh my God, you got to be kidding me. So I did want to touch on some of that with hopefully not reintroducing any more drama. And then I got a really cute TMI tag. It's the 2018 edition of the TMI tag. So I thought that'd be fun to do live. I glanced at it just to see how many questions it was, but I didn't actually look at it very well. So anyway, let me see who else in here. I've got this light on that I use when I was teaching. It's about to freaking blind me, honestly. But is that too much light, or is that better? No, it's definitely better with the light. Okay, I'll have to keep it on. I had to get all these. It's just by the way, look, I know I'm getting distracted here. Look, I missed y'all. I wanted to say all this stuff. Um, I know a lot of you have ring lights, and that was one of the things I was needing to get for this teaching thing, but I didn't have one. So I just had, this is literally, I think it's from the dollar store. It's like one of these. Phew. It is bright as I'll get out. And I just put that behind. So I don't know if that, works as well, or anyway, if anybody's looking for a quick, easy way to light themselves up, I'm almost positive I got that at the dollar store. Okay, here we go. I look so different on this screen than I do on um, that screen, but anyway, let me turn it off top chat here. Hey, Bless. Oh, good, you got your wrench. Hey, Mama Cat. Hey, Allie Bally. Hey, Mrs. T. Oh my God, I'm so looking forward to getting some veggies from you and hubby making all kinds of soups. My Mrs. T. I love some. I used to have a vegetable garden when I had more space, and I didn't have a luck with a whole lot of things, but the tomatoes and the basil did awesome. And I think the squash, like the zucchini and yellow squash, and that is the best. Oh, I love you, Mrs. T. Mrs. T, are you still overseas? I get so confused with y'all's situation. I don't know if you're um, there most of the time or you're here most of the time. Anyway, hi, everybody. Hi, Jamie. Hey, Marine Mom. Oh my gosh, so good to see you, honey. I've been missing you. I was worried about you the other day, and then somebody, I saw you on Twitter. So I was like, oh, good, she's okay. In your dreams, hope with peace. Regina, Amanda Love, Princess Fortune. Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming in. Kim Fisher, Jillian, my angel. Okay, so everybody's here. Let me get a tissue real quick because I think this fan on my face makes my nose run a little bit. I don't want to be sniffing. So excuse me for 1 second. I'll be right back. Yeah, okay. So has anything happened today, Major, first of all? Any new predators we need to be aware of? I'm not joking about that. That was serious, but see, I got so much crap here. Any more people being slandered or homophobic comments or racist comments being made? I hope not. Amber, I don't know why people act dumb over wrenches. I know, as long as there's like somebody in here, because when I get to talk, I wouldn't mind doing it myself, and I really, literally, and don't want to cause problem. I mean, I don't need anybody blocked unless it's racial comments, talking about any sort of homophobic comments or somebody just taking over the chat and attacking somebody, which is kind of what happened last time. Which is, I didn't even know what was going on. I hadn't even seen what had happened. So I certainly couldn't comment on it. And all the people that were involved had their own channels. So if they wanted to talk about it, go on your own channel and talk about it. I literally was talking about teaching Chinese, and there's some sort of fight going on in the stream. So like, no, that's not going to happen. You just wouldn't believe. Hey, Shell. Okay, I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Kim Fisher says, oh no, Mama Cat, I already said what I needed to say, hun. No need to drag it out. Hey, Trixie. While I need to talk to you, could you call me? We'll send the number again. Much appreciated. Trixie, where are you sending the number? I haven't checked I just recently got back on Twitter, but I haven't even checked my messages. Okay, Jillian. And I know there's people in here who are friends with different sides and all that. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't like anybody pretty much. Straight to say I like everybody. But everybody is in the wrong at this point. As far as the sides are concerned, everybody has done wrong. So I'm not on any side. I have people that I love dearly, and the list is short of people that I think are, to me, like, can do no wrong. You know, those people that you have in your life and in your, well, it's mainly a YouTube thing, but honestly, that list is very short. And I wouldn't even be on my own list. I've messed up. I've said things I shouldn't. And the biggest thing, okay, well, let's start with this. This is the thing that I see, and I used to see it all the time when I worked with children. It's ridiculous. I mean, I'm being dead serious. Like, this is the number one problem that we had, discipline wise. I know that when I've been attacked personally, it is hard not to respond. It is definitely hard not to try to hurt the person back because they have upset you or talked badly about you. I mean, you all know that I've been lied on, and my ugly side of, you know, my past has been shown to everybody over and over and over again. All the stuff that's happened, I understand it is very, very, the first response is to respond back. But what I see all over the place are people, okay, this is the line you hear all the time. If somebody says something against me, I have the right to defend myself, right? Isn't that what everybody hears? And pretty much everybody agrees with that. Yes, if you're being talked about on a channel and they are slamming you, you have the right to say, well, no, that's not correct. Here's the truth. Yes, we can agree that you do have the right to defend yourself. You know, if somebody punches you in the face, you have the right to get yourself away or hit them back so you don't get further hurt. What you don't have the right to do is pull up somebody's past, make up lies about them, just be an overall dick. You can defend what they've said is wrong. Defend yourself, defend what is not true, correct it. But I see people, I was mad, so I said their father raped them. And that's supposed to be okay? And now listen, I'm not picking sides here. This has been done across the board. Or, you know, I was mad, they hurt my feelings, so I go and put their mug shots up and talk about something that's not even closely related to what I'm defending myself for. I don't understand it. That is what children do because they can't control their feelings. They can't control their anger. So they don't do it in a mature adult way because they're not adults, but we are. And I don't understand. The same thing happened to me, not really recently, but somebody was upset with me because I said this person did A, B, and C, and I thought it was wrong, and I want to point it out. Okay, that's what I said. A, B, and C is wrong. Well, if that person thought that A, B, and C was right and they had the right to defend themselves, then they should have said, okay, here's why A is right, here's why B is right, here's why C is right. Correct? Isn't that the way you defend yourself? Not say, let's find out how ugly and disgusting Marla's past is and bring it up. That is not defending yourself. That makes you look like an asshole. And that is what I see everybody doing. And it's just not being able to distinguish being from being hurt and lashing out. And somehow that's okay on YouTube because if you later in a couple of days own it, it's forgiven. Well, that person is still embarrassed and hurt. I don't understand. I just don't understand. Yes, Amanda, people need to quit throwing the word pedo out so damn much. Let me talk about that. I don't know if anybody in here has been a victim of a true pedophile. I hope to God you have not, or their children have been a victim of a true pedophile. But it takes a child's soul away and damages them for all of eternity. It is the one criminal mindset that they say is not redeemable, that there is nothing that they can do to rehabilitate a pedophile's mind. We are talking serious, serious stuff. When I was in prison, the people doing the most time were child pedophiles. And I mean, there are women in there that you think would be real nice and, the girl next door type people doing 17, 18 years for inappropriate, even just text and stuff with a minor. This is not a joke. It's serious. It ruins people's lives. I'm not talking about being called a pedo. I'm talking about the act, what these people do. If people are really serious about trying to go after these people, let's put all our energy and effort into that and unite against these people. And they are everywhere, and they don't have to look like a pedophile to be one. I just saw in the news 2 days ago at this Christian academy here in Raleigh, this guy was volunteering with the soccer team for some reason and did something inappropriate with a 12-year-old. That little girl is going to be affected for the rest of her life. It is a very, 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 very serious thing. And when you just go around calling people pedos because you don't like them, it makes that word less severe. Does that make sense? Hey, Key Lawless, the stream was recorded, so there's proof TT said that. Am I way behind? Yes, I am. I'm sorry. Pedos are everywhere. Only 3% are charged and arrested. Thank you, Amber K. So, there are pedophiles on YouTube, for sure. Obviously, that's been proven. But the ones that are being put under the microscope for that are not. I mean, I know most of them personally, and it's just wrong. It is wrong in every way. Let's really go after the real pedophiles and talk about how to help people who have been victimized by sexual crimes, which is, the Me Too movement. I mean, I don't need to say anything more about that. I guarantee you probably 90% of the people listening to me right now, because most of them are females, are part of the Me Too movement and can say that they have been sexually harassed or abused in some kind of way. I don't understand why our efforts are not being put towards that. We can come together and maybe try to heal or talk about our mutual experiences if that is what we want to deal with as a community. But throwing around that word and gawking at a child's picture and wherever it ended up and being passed around is horrible. It is horrible. And I hope that the little girl in that picture knows nothing of it. And I hope she never does. But that is not pedophilia. Why don't you talk to some people who have really been victimized by pedophiles? I don't know. That's my first, and I'm just putting it, this is my opinion. I'm just putting it out here for my life experiences that have led me to this point, and I'm just reflecting on what I see. Am I right? Not necessarily. But I don't know. I feel like not to keep the topic alive, and I certainly don't care about drama, or I don't care about any of that. It's not like I'm trying to create views on my channel or anything, but I do feel like it needs to be addressed because it's only been talked about amongst like certain, I don't know how to say it, but anyway. Hey, Maureen. You never get over it, Eric said. Exactly. A child carries that with them forever. Yeah. And I was victimized as an adult, and it still bothers me. But a child is something precious and impressionable and sacred. And when you mess with them, it's really bad. Yes, exactly, Jillian. There are a few people I've noticed are very keen to throw the pedo word around needs to stop. Hey, Christy. My 20-year-old still struggles with what happened to her. She attempted suicide twice. It's not something to make light of. Victims relive it every single day. Exactly, Christy. Thank you for saying that. Hey, Mills. Oh, avid scraper. Thank you for asking. Um, he or she said, "How's my foot?" My foot is great. I have got great news. This is probably, it sounds kind of weird, but today is the first time in over 3.5 years that I have not had to wrap my foot or had it in a cast or something, that it's pretty much healed up enough that I can like walk around kind of barefoot. So I am super excited. Y'all, seriously, 3.5 years, every single day of my life having to change bandages. So I'm very excited. I hope that continues. My right foot is healing beautifully. Now I've got to worry about my left foot, but we won't even talk about that. Hey, Mariska. Oh, thank you, cool chica coupons. I like that. Hey, Kitty. Um, oh, thank you, Christine. I think about you every day, honey. I just hope that maybe there's some relief in sight. Whenever I hear, Christy has that regional pain syndrome disease, which is called the suicide disease, and it's awful, the pain that she deals with. And whenever I see a lot of times on YouTube, because I've subscribed to some people who have talked about it in the past, I think about you all the time. But I don't ever want to give you, I know with what I've been through, everybody will try to give me all these homeopathic things or, oh, this new device is going to cure you. And it's like, ugh, after you've been through it so many times and it's not worked, you sort of give up hope. So I'm waiting until I really am convinced of something to share it with you. Frida, you are so cute. Yes, Mariska, it is awful. I don't know if she still has her videos up, but if you go to her channel, she had a couple videos up before she got bullied into basically taking them down. People saying awful things about her that are not true at all. But you can learn a little bit more about it if you go to Christy's channel. Um, okay. No, I don't mean to just be the person who comes on here and bitches, but and thank you to oh, I know what it was. I had mentioned about mugshots and talking about somebody's criminal history. Um, all of us who have one knows it's going to be brought up, but certainly here on YouTube. It's brought up in our real lives in different kinds of ways. We're aware of it. We live every day with the consequences of what we've done. Is that pretty fair to say? All of us out there who have one. What I can say personally, and you might think I'm biased, that's fine. If a person has gotten their life basically back together, as in they're not committing crimes, they are not using drugs, they are doing the best they can to put their life back together and raise their kids or work or whatever it is, become a productive member of society. I'm telling you, these are some amazing individuals, and you want them in your life. I'm telling you, anybody who has overcome a drug addiction, and particularly opiates, man, that is a beast to beat, but has overcome a drug addiction and has paid the price for what they've done criminally and have served time or been on probation or whatever it is. All that stuff is not fun, trust me, and has had the courage to keep moving forward and not stay stuck, has such a strength of character. These are the people you want in your life. I'm telling you, this is who you want as an employer. I mean, as an employee or an employer. These are the people you want as a friend. These are the people that you want as role models for your children, because you have had to be so incredibly brave, strong, determined, disciplined to turn your life around from that kind of hell. I'm telling you, as living, walking proof. Um, so all these people who fall in that category, I'm not going to call their names out, but there's lots of them around us. Don't look at it as a negative. Yes, what they did and what I did was a negative. And if you want to talk about the specific thing, yes, that's bad. Drugs are bad. Say no to drugs. Absolutely. But to criticize them currently, man, that's just no, don't do that. Don't go there. Don't go there. Don't throw up somebody's mugshot when they don't look like that anymore and they're, putting their life back together, raising their babies. I don't get it. And no, Stephanie is not on house arrest. And who gives a damn if she was? I mean, she's in North Carolina. I've been on house arrest in North Carolina. I know exactly the things that would be on her body and what she would and would not be able to do if she was on house arrest. She is not on house arrest. And I don't know why that's okay just to lie and to say, well, somebody told me that. Somebody told me that, so why can't I say it? It's like, what universe are we living in where you're allowed to just call somebody out like that because you don't like them and because somebody told you that? I swear to God, I feel like I'm teaching second grade again. I really do. These are the same kind of things that I dealt with as a second grade teacher. It's silly. It's mean. It makes you look bad, not the person. And then to guess what drugs they were on, if you looked at my mugshots, good God, you wouldn't be able to tell all that was going on in my life. They put you through. You all saw who when she got arrested in the state that she was in. It's not fun. You're not going to look pretty in your mugshot, okay? You're not going to be able to guess what drugs somebody's on just from their mugshot. Everybody looks like hell. Hey, Stephanie, I was just talking about you, Angel. I hope you heard me. If not, go back and watch that little part. All the drug and pedo talk, although it's just words by someone you don't know on the internet, it still hurts immensely. Yeah, it doesn't really hurt me. I don't care. I mean, nothing can take away the pride that I have in myself. I may not have a lot anymore. I mean, I have single-handedly ruined my life in a lot of ways and tossed away all the wonderful good things I've had. But one thing that you can't take away is the pride I have in myself for how far I've come, what I've gone through. And me and a few other people are the only ones that know. Really, truly, what all went on. So you can call me a druggie, you can call me what was it they were calling us? Junkie, whatever. I don't care. Whatever. It really doesn't bother me because I think it just makes you look like an ignorant ass. I don't look pretty in my driver's license picture. Exactly. The stress of having to take the driver's test alone. Exactly. No government picture usually looks very good, does it? Sugar Booger says they acted like they had something on her, and it's like, damn, her mugshot looks better than my damn driver's license. And I'm not against or for, like I said, that side or the other side. I don't like any of them. I mean, honestly, that's not true. Like I said, there are some people I like, but I don't get down with the people who make awful comments that aren't true and just flat out lied just to hurt the person and then said, well, I owned it because I was mad. These are people I don't want to hang around with. Frenchie, exactly. It's all about how you feel and how your immediate family are for you. The else is, can't read, sorry. The rest is icing on the cake. Exactly. If you can earn your family and friends' trust back, golden. Holden, I'm good. I don't give a damn about somebody on YouTube and what they think of me because you know what I can do? Goodbye. Never have to see or think about any of those people and move on with my real life for the people who are here on the holidays and, the people I spend real time with. So that's how I feel about that. Christy says anyone who has gone through rehab and kicked its ass is a strong person. Yes, they've done what many people haven't been able to do. Exactly. All you have to listen to is how many people go back. It's so easy to stay and then when people are being incarcerated, I think it's called the recidivism rate is so easy to go back, right back. I know that sounds crazy. Like once you leave, why would you ever, you would do everything in the world not to go back there? Well, you would be surprised because honest to God, it's sometimes easier to go back to that environment than to push through and to try to rebuild your life after being in a place like that. So thank you, Sugar Booger. You cooking and listening? Last time you're cleaning and listening. Well, Stephanie, did your channel get taken down? Or you got a strike? Is that what I heard? So does that mean you can't stream for a couple months? Yeah, most people relapse lots of times before they get clean. Yeah, technically I did, because I was in and out, in and out. I never really got clean though, so I guess it wasn't really a relapse. But I mean, I got clean because I had to, but you know how that goes. I don't know how to say your name. I'm Imco Turnot. I want to be able to say your name, but I'm not sure how to say it. I'll just call you Turnot. Exactly. Said I like that comment. Mine usually look, I just left a week-long party and there should be numbers across my chest. Oh, you made a new channel and can stream on it. Okay, honey. I'll have to look for that. What is your new channel? You can put it in here. Mrs. T said, I support and love the people I do, and I don't expect others to always agree. But if someone likes me for me and not who I don't like, me and my hubby love you, Marla, and I love you and your hubby. And that's what I mean. I don't feel like I don't love you completely because, like I said, there's really almost very few people in this community who don't have some grimy part. So it's not. It sounds like I'm targeting one group, and I swear I'm not because there's lots of people who fall into this category that I'm talking about, and believe me, I'm just going to mention some other ones too. So it's not even the people that I don't like; it's just the actions. I swear because the particular people that we're talking about right this very second have done wonderful, wonderful things and really beautiful things for this community. And so they're very likable in a lot of ways. It's not like I'm saying that there's bad people. They just are some people that are doing some bad things. Same with the other side, I think that person's very likable in a lot of ways, but there's a lot of things that they do that I don't like. So it's not, and certainly if you're, Mrs. T and Mr. T, how I feel about y'all. I'm okay, but you're not. Okay. I love it. I love it. I love it. I would have not gotten that if you had given me 2 hours. Kim Fisher says, I personally have nothing against you, Mrs. T. Debbie Lynn, I'm your secret fan. I love some Debbie Lynn. You're adorable. You think your phone partly blew up? That's what's about like my phone. Y'all, I still have not gotten my phone. You don't know if you can see. You remember when I fell like 9 months ago? I still have not gotten my phone fixed. I don't want to pay that $100. And I always have something else to do. And I usually can only do like one thing a day before I get totally exhausted. like an old lady. Thank you, Mrs. T. Frenchie, aka Ness, is so true. Say you realize that you cannot be lived, lived, and support not all the internet peeps. I like that. Your wisdom, resilience. Tracy, my angel, how are you today? Tracy, I love you so much. Yeah, isn't Debbie Lynn the coolest? Hey, Gary. Um, okay. I debated whether or not to even mention this or talk about it because it does sound like I'm targeting certain people. And like I said, believe me or not, it's not that I'm targeting any of these people because all the people I'm talking about, all the people that I watch on YouTube, if I'm watching you for any length of time, there's something I like about you. And all these people have a lot of good traits. And I'm just pointing out some things that I've seen that I do not like. It does not mean that I hate the person or hate the channel or anything. I'm really being honest about that. I would say if I did. Okay, let's talk about this homophobia business. Um, and I just really am trying to say this the best, nicest, most helpful way possible. Not to bring more hate on anybody, but just to, I don't know, hopefully move people in the right direction. Is that the best way to say it? Because just like racism, I wanted to say this back when people were saying somebody is or isn't a racist because they said a certain word. And some people were like, no, she's not a racist. And yes, she is. Well, the truth of the matter is none of us are either racist or not racist. We're all on a continuum because unless you're a newborn baby, that's about the only person that doesn't have some sort of prejudice and stereotype in their heart. Through experience with people, through education, through travel, these are the things that make your heart turn and your mind turn from having a preconceived idea of the way somebody is, a judgment on the way somebody is, to learning that everybody's just the same. And if you can honestly look at somebody or be told something about them and have no judgment at all, then you can say, yes, you absolutely have, you're not homophobic, you're not a racist. But all of us are in some kind of a continuum, and some people fall way too far on one side for my comfort, and they are outright causing harm and damage in somebody's life. I mean, if you look at it at the big picture, there's some really bad shit going on. But just here on YouTube, it's just words and people's feelings getting hurt, basically, and more stereotypes being projected and promoted. So, pretty much the telltale way that you can tell if somebody hasn't kind of made the leap in the continuum onto the plus side. Continuum has like a neutral and then a negative and a plus. You want people to be over on the plus side is if somebody says, no, I'm not a racist. My coworker at work is black. Okay. You're on the negative side. We can pretty much already say, check. If you say, I'm not homophobic. I love gay people. My brother's gay. Honey, just because you have a relative, a coworker, a friend who is one of those categories does not mean that you're not a racist or that you're not homophobic or whatever else, all the isms you want to put in there. It goes, okay, that's a step. That's good. That's a step. But we need a lot more steps in that direction. Would you agree with that? I know you are. I know, bless you are. Tanaj B said, well, for God's sake, how are you supposed to respond to all of this? My best friend is black and I'm not racist. Can't I say that? Like, what I'm saying is, you can say that your best friend's black, absolutely, but that is by no way proof that we're not supposed to say, oh, of course. So the comment, Tanaj, is that how you say your name? Tanaj Bean. If previously you made some comments that were hurtful to that group of people, and that the way that you justify saying that you did not mean them to be hurtful, that you don't feel any negative way about that group of people, is to say, I'm not blank because my best friend is blank. That is what I'm saying is not okay. Plus, in real life, does anybody go around saying, my best friend is black, so I'm not racist? I mean, somebody has to be coming at you and saying, we think you are that way for some reason. You have to have done something. So, Tanaj, I'm not sure if you know the backstory on that, but that's what I was saying. Derizzle, how are you, honey? I didn't see you. Derizzle, you are really cool. Where are you from? I love your accent. Thank you, Tanaj B. I'm sorry. I'm kind of saying something that has a backstory that I thought most people were familiar with, but I don't want to call people out because that doesn't prove anything. When you put somebody on the spot and act like you're better than them or tell them something, nobody responds to that. People respond to, things that are said in a loving way, in a kind way. Kim says, my daughter was gay until she passed away. I would love to come on panel. Oh, Kim. Kim. Were you the girl that was on STS the other night? You touched my heart so much, Kim. If that's you, it must be because I recognize your picture. Honey, I am so sorry. And your story, oh my gosh, I think everybody was crying listening to you. If you aren't familiar, she had a daughter who passed away. It was only like 6 weeks ago or so, wasn't it? And she also had another major life tragedy with her family business at the same time. And her daughter was 21. And what her point was, Kim, I hope I'm saying this right. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I agree with you. I'm not, but you are. I forgot how to say your name. I have to go back up and look. I'm sorry, but I think those terms are thrown around entirely too randomly, and not everybody has a reason for throwing them at people. I agree. Hey, Pretty Pete. Right. Being friends with somebody doesn't justify hurt feelings. Don't say bigoted things, and people won't think you are. If you do, don't justify it. Apologize sincerely. Pretty Pete, that's about the most intelligent thing. I wish I would have just let you come on because you've said it a lot better than I did. Okay, let me read that again. Pretty Pete 007 says, right, being friends with somebody doesn't justify hurt feelings. Don't say bigoted things and people won't think that you are. If you do, don't justify it. Apologize sincerely. So if you said something that hurt the gay community and the mother of a gay child, don't say, I didn't hurt you because I didn't say anything hurtful. I couldn't have said anything hurtful because I have a gay friend. Just apologize and do better the next time. All of us have done wrong. You're not an evil, bad person because you made a mistake. Just learn from it, apologize, and move on. And listen, I know there's lots of apologies that need to be made all around. So I'm not just, this is something that's very important to me. I talk about it a lot. Like I said, it's the only thing I don't allow on my channel. I'm not okay with in my personal life. You're just, I don't care if I have a lot of respect for you in every other area of your life. If you are a bigot, it's over. I can't. It's too far. It's like, what century are we living in? I can't justify, I can't be friends with, I'm not okay with that. So, yes, that's the topic that I'm choosing to talk about. Plus, age is not I was watching about during the 60s, and Kim, I'm going to get back to you. I'm sorry. You look at my brain. Oh my God. Am I all over the place? Um, Back in the 60s, I was watching the special on PBS called We Meet Again, I think. Um, and they were showing how, it was not okay to be gay in and pretty much everywhere except for a few communities in the United States. And that gay people a lot of times were going to psychiatrists and trying to get healed. And I think I mentioned this before, in the DSM-4 at that point in time was when I was getting my psychology degree. It was still considered a mental illness to be gay, which means that it could be cured. I mean, this was in 1996, not that long ago. But in the 60s, they were doing electric shock treatment to try to heal the part of the brain that was making a person gay. I mean, it was painful, it was awful, it was humiliating, and these people were trying to heal themselves, and they put themselves through that. It's awful, awful. And then they also gave them the stuff that would make them throw up and show images of men so that they would get physically sick and think that they would associate that in real life. It's awful. Anyway, Kim was talking about how her daughter, died, and obviously was such a devastating, devastating loss beyond my comprehension. And she's still actively grieving so much and has come to YouTube to try to get a little bit of a distraction. And, it was unfortunate during that period of time, everybody was talking about somebody's child that had just passed away. And it triggered her. And, I feel like that's an appropriate use of that word. Triggered her really badly. And she is a loyal watcher and fan of a lot of our channels and wants to still do that without having to be triggered every time she watches something. And how that little boy was kind of being used as the topic of streams sometimes, and how upsetting that was to her. So it was a very, very powerful little testimony, and I really appreciate it, Kim. I thought you did a great job coming on in your state of grief. So if I'm talking, I hope I'm talking about the right person. Oh, good. Okay, so that was you, Kim. 6 weeks losing a kid is the worst thing. I can't even imagine. I hope, I cannot even imagine. I know that's what you hear all the time, and it's almost like you don't know what else to say. There are no words that encompass that kind of grief. They didn't know better those days. They were unknown. Right, Mariska, exactly. And that's like now we know better, so we don't do that. We do better. So what I was trying to say is it doesn't matter how old you are. Yes, it's probably a little bit harder for people in older generations to accept different things because it wasn't the norm when they grew up. And just like certain things are, when our kids are older, or and when our kids are our age, we're probably going to have a harder time accepting some things. But just because you are of a different generation does not give you an excuse to be racist or prejudiced or whatever. Just say, well, that's, during our time, that's just the way we thought. No, you're still alive. You still have a brain in your head. You still can learn. My mom's 70 years old, and she sure as hell doesn't think like that. Oh, hey Trixie, I just saw what you. I would love to have Debbie sing. Um, Maybe we can do that a little bit later. I don't know if she's willing to do that. Stephanie says there are names for everything that happens to people except when someone loses a child because it's the most devastating pain anyone can ever feel. Exactly. I'm sorry, I'm reading these out of context and out of order. Let me get back to order here. To the creators here, I would love to go on somebody's panel other than STS if you want. Kim, I would love for you to come on here. Maybe not tonight because I'm not going to be on real long, and I think some other people are probably coming on maybe around 9. But can we plan another time, Kim? If you, I guess the best thing is I have to give. I can't stand Twitter, but I'll have to give you my Twitter. Um, and I always forget what my Twitter is. I think it's Kim. I'll get in touch with you, honey. I'll get in touch with you, okay? I know. She said, I doubt I could do it, talking about losing a child. But the bad thing is, everybody feels that way. And when you're in Kim's position, you have no choice. You have to. You have to keep moving forward. People said that to me. I don't know how you could do it, or I could never do it, which is, listen, what I've gone through is nothing. I would take 10 times what I've been through than to lose a child. I'm not comparing myself. I'm just saying when people say that, um, it's like, well, what's my choice? Shrivel up and die? You have to keep moving forward. Hey, Punky Bee. Swami Ninja is my Twitter. Thank you. Hey, One Win. I think I saw you in here earlier, sweetie, but I didn't say hi to you. So I'm glad you're here with your wrench. Okay, Kim. Did you see my Twitter, Kim? If you want to message me, it's Swami Ninja. Hey, Kit Kat. How are you and that new grandbaby of yours? I can't remember his name, but I remember it was a really cute name I liked a lot. Hey, Green Eyes said, Life Happens says, I'm praying for you, Kim. Green Eyes says, no one can understand the loss of a child unless you've gone through it. I sure wish I did know how it feels. Oh, Green Eyes, I'm sorry. I am too. I don't know if I've ever told you all this, but um, I used to, let's see, in between, excuse me, y'all, I'm sorry, me sniffing. When I was in college, I had to do this internship, and I did it at hospice, and ended up being like my favorite, definitely work related thing that I've ever done. And I went into schools, like public schools, and worked with children that were in grief. But then I didn't lead it because didn't have the qualifications to, but I kind of worked alongside a gentleman that did lead a grief group called Good Grief for anybody in the community that wanted to come. I think a lot of them were getting counseling like through hospice because it seemed like they had a relationship with the counselor sort of outside. But anyway, it was a group that met once a week. And I was so impacted by their stories and by their rawness and how they were able to honor whoever it was, their child or spouse or whoever it was, trying to honor their memory and then move forward with their life. I felt my calling. I really did. And I wish more than anything that I would have gone on and got my master's in psychology and done that instead of going on to be a teacher, which was kind of the easier, I guess, it wasn't necessarily easier, but more predictable route. Because, I hope that people have felt in their lifetime when they're at the right place, they feel like, oh, like, ding, this is where I'm supposed to be. Well, that's how I felt with that. And I wish, I don't know what now I could do, but anyway, that was just a side note. I don't know even where that came from. Y'all, my brain is everywhere today. Talking about Kit Kat for some reason. Okay, Kit Kat, but thanks for coming by. Pretty nice. I haven't seen you before. Thank you for coming into my chat. Welcome if this is your first time. Switch my fan and thing here before. Oh shoot, that won't work. Okay, we'll just be here. So, okay, anything else about the talking about people being homophobic or racist? I think we covered that. Mm, I know what it was. One win. Is there anything that I'm missing, honey, that's been going on that needs to be addressed? Talked about the pedos and um, the main thing that was everybody's going to have arguments back and forth. Some people are trying to build a channel that they were trying to create into a career. There are several people on here who are trying to do that. Some people just trying to get extra money. Some people are just on here how to have fun and create friends. There's all different kinds of motives why people are on here. Everybody is going to get their feelings hurt. Some people are going to be targeted and attacked. And I just say, if you do have the right to defend yourself, but defend yourself for what they are bringing you down for or dragging you for. You don't have to drag them back and say awful, terrible things about their mama and their daddy or their kid or whatever. That's just awful. I think it looks just so negative on people on YouTube. It makes you not want to come on here. It makes you not want to say anything because Lord knows I have stuff in my life and my past that I don't want people blasting about. And if you say anything, you put yourself in danger of that. And that's just wrong. Okay, B-Ball, apparently you are not welcome. I do love that a certain person doesn't seem to be on very much at all, and people aren't talking about her, and I just think that's wonderful. Such a wonderful breath of fresh air. And please, nobody else bring her up and bring her back into the drama because you know that that person is seething, trying to figure out a way to get her hand back into the drama pile. Mariska says, Princess, yes, I know, makes me cry so bad. I don't want people getting hurt in any way, but that just breaks my heart. Frenchie. Yeah, and I was thinking, like, I don't know how some of the big YouTubers kind of, when they were at 1,000 subs, how they built their career, how built their channel up to get where they were. But I would pretty much say most of them didn't do it by dragging other people and, you know, creating or talking about drama every single night. They had to have had some content to get where they are. Am I wrong about that? I don't watch a whole lot of big YouTuber. I don't watch a whole lot of YouTube in general, but I just can't imagine that if that's how you're trying to grow your channel, that can't be the right formula. Yes, you're going to get some views immediately that day and maybe the next couple days and get some attention, but that can't be good. Can't be in the formula for long-term growth. I always remember what Katie said, which I thought was a really good point. I think it's her that I think it's she that said that, but that drama, yes, is going to get views, and you're going to get some views immediately, but the content that you make that's not drama related will still be getting views, even if it's only a few views, but we'll be getting it consistently for like years to come potentially. I thought that was a very intelligent comment and good observation. Oh, what did Mama Cat say? I had to put the sheets on the bed. Oh, I love clean sheets. I might do that tonight too. Oh, you were working in the garden. Oh, that still brings me right back. Okay, well, it sounds like good. I'm glad that there's no new drama and um I don't think there's anything else I want to address. And please, nothing I said, like I said, I was thinking about certain people, but it didn't necessarily only apply to them. It applied to lots of people. And just because I'm calling out something that I think is wrong that you did does not mean that I think you're an awful, evil person. And I guarantee you there are some things that I like about you. So please don't get offended and get all upset and hurt. And, I did it that one other time to one person. And then on Twitter, um, they tried to pull up stuff that happened 9 months ago and talking about my foot and making fun of me for having a scooter. And it's like, wait a minute. If I said something wrong, let's talk about what I said that was wrong. You don't have to drag up nonsense. But anyway, that's the main thing I wanted to say. Thank you, someone else. I like that name. So let's do the TMI tag real quick. Almost 9 o'clock. Let me see if I can do 2 and 1. Nope. It says 50 really interesting. I might have to do it this way. 50 let me see if I can pull it up here. Either way, I'm not going to be able to see your comments. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave my screen up and then look at this, even though it's not real time. But that way I'll still be able to see your comments. Okay. So I think I'm going to tag some of y'all on this. I just got it sent to me. It's the 2018 edition of the TMI tag. I think I've only done one tag before. Maybe it was TMI, but anyway. Okay, number 1. What are you currently wearing? I am wearing, let's see. I can't see you in here, but I am wearing one of my favorite little kimonos and black tank top and black like yoga pants. Look, I'm all confused where to look. Number 2, have you ever been in love? Yes, I have. I've been in love a couple times. Did you ever have a terrible breakup? Yes and no. I think all breakups are kind of bad, but my main relationship when we broke up, it was so weird and extended that it really wasn't even terrible. So the one that you would think would be terrible wasn't terrible. How old are you? I am almost 40. I will be 40 May 22nd. So 39 and 3/4. How tall are you? I'm 5'7". How much do you weigh? None of your business. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know how much I weigh because I always turn my head at the doctor's office. I do not want to know because I am not the weight I want to be right now. I have gained a lot of weight. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Tanaj B. You are a doll. Thank you for doing that. I forgot I had super chat. That you don't even know, that means so much to me. It's so ironic. I actually needed $20 for something, so that about brings me to tears. That is so, you must have, I don't know if something was put on your heart, but that is really ironic that you did that. So thank you so much. That means a whole lot to me. Oh gosh, that was like overwhelming to me. Thank you. Do I have any piercings? Yes. I have my ears pierced 3 times. Oh, thank you. Life happens. Oh God, y'all are gonna make me cry. Thank you so much. Yes, I have my ears pierced 3 times. Thank you guys. That really means a lot to me. Um, ooh, do I have any tattoos? Yes, I have a tattoo on my shoulder. I think I've shown it before. Let me see if I can show it real quick. Excuse me. And see, I can't, my thing's off, so I can't see. It is a bird of paradise. Thank you, Mrs. T. Okay, I got that. I remember the year I stopped teaching that summer. For some reason, I thought it was being all rebellious, and because I don't think I ever would have, believe it or not, was a lot more conservative, I guess. And it was one of the things I thought, oh, I would never do as a teacher. So it was like my, screw it, I'm going to be wild. If I only knew where my life would have gone since then. But so yeah, it's like I was probably 25 when I got that. So it's almost 15 years old. Wow, that's crazy to think about. Um, what's my favorite drink? Ooh, that's a good question. My favorite drink. I'm always drinking some kind of sugar-free. This is like a raspberry Crystal Light thing. I'm not sure if that's necessarily my favorite, but that's what I drink all the time. I would actually say my favorite drink is champagne. Truly, if I was being honest, that's what I would say my favorite drink is. My favorite song, oh gosh, that's so hard. I always said I like Bridge Over Troubled Water. That's one that always touches me, but only sung by Simon Garfunkel. Pretty much, they're the only. I liked actually. I like Clay Aiken's version of it too. He did a pretty good job, but yeah, I like that. Oh my gosh, somebody else gave money to me. Oh God, bless you. Was that Bless? Oh, bless. Bless you, Bless. You are so sweet. Oh, shoot. Y'all, my. I just died. Oh my gosh, can y'all still see me? I'm so sorry. What a mess. I don't know if I'm still live. Let me see. Oh, I am. Okay, I'm really sorry, guys. My computer died, but I was able to get it back on real quick. Oh, sorry about that. I'm all flustered. Okay, back to, let me finish this up real quick, guys. Thank you. Thank you, Bless. Okay, sorry about that. All right, favorite song, Bridge Over Troubled Water. What's my zodiac sign? I'm a Gemini, and that's like the crazy twins. And my sister I'm actually like the first day of Gemini, and she's the last. I don't think I'm a crazy twin personality type person, but people say I fit my zodiac sign, so we'll let you decide. How long does it take a shower? Not long, maybe about 10 to 15 minutes. I actually can't take a shower anymore. Well, I could, but this is TMI. I have a shower chair and a spray hose because I was falling in the shower all the time because of my feet. So that was an awesome, awesome thing when I found that. We actually found it at Goodwill and it was like brand new. So I take a shower bath type thing and it takes me maybe 10 minutes. What's my favorite show? My favorite show is This Is Us. That's on TV right now. Yep, love it. Just had that season finale the other night. Y'all gotta watch it if you don't watch it. What's your favorite bands? When I was growing up, it was New Kids on the Block all the way. I was gonna marry Jordan Knight, but now favorite bands. I love Dave Matthews Band. I still love like the Rolling Stones. I love Simon and Garfunkel. I love the Judds. You can consider that a band. I mean, I love country music, so there's a lot of country music singers I like. Those are the few that come to mind. Something you really miss. Oh, I miss being able to run. I miss being able to be physically active more than anything. I would give 20 years of my life to be able to have my health back and to be able to run like around the lake, like do a 2-mile jog and be free afterwards. Yes, that would be awesome. Let's see. What was I on? Where do I go when I'm sad? Oh, my bed. I go everywhere. I go when I'm happy, when I'm sad, when I'm working, when I'm sleeping. My bed, my number one place. How long does it take you to get ready in the morning? Well, it's usually afternoon by the time I get ready. I'm just being honest here. And I'm kind of, if I take my time, an hour. I would say about an hour. Have you ever been in a physical fight? Yes, unfortunately, yes. What turns you on? What turns me on? I always tend to be attracted to like a bad guy, bad boy personality. But I would say intelligence and somebody that makes me laugh for sure. What turns me off? Ugh, arrogance. Somebody who is a know-it-all, arrogant, talks down to people, talks down to you. Nope. Doesn't matter if they're the most attractive person in the world. Gotta go. Quality you look for in a partner. Somebody who lets you be you. Knows the little things about you that make you you, supports them, doesn't try to change them, understands like, there's a quote I put on my Facebook, something like, it's good to be loved, it's better to be understood. That's what I'm looking for, somebody who understands you and then supports you and tries to make your life even better because of who you are and the things that make you happy. Okay, what's your favorite color? Number 22, seafoam green. Definitely my favorite. I've always loved that color. And after that, like a pink. Number 23, loud or soft music? Loud, definitely. Number 24, favorite quote. Ooh, that's hard. I always think of Gandhi's "Be the change you wish to see in the world." I mean, that's pretty simple, pretty basic, pretty hard, but so important. I think that encompasses my religious beliefs and my, social beliefs. So definitely that. That's what I wanted to talk about, religion. I forgot to talk about that one. We'll come back and talk about that one another day. 25, favorite actor. Ooh, I've got a lot. I love Liam Neeson. He's a favorite for sure. He's who comes to mind, but maybe not my favorite, but I do love him. Oh, thank you, Princess Fortunate. I know it turned you on. Uber sent a baby video. Saw you comment saying you were strangely turned on. Need to see you more often. Oh, Princess, you are precious. Yes, I did love that. That video. I usually cry happy tears more than I do sad tears, and that video made me so happy to see how cute Uber was and how everybody was coming together to support her. I just, oh, and that is, so thank you for bringing Uber up. Uber, we love you. We miss you. We can't wait to see you on Sunday tomorrow. YouTube and my life is just not the same without you, honey. I love you. And I know on behalf of everybody who's watching, we miss you, Uber, and get better soon. Okay, let's finish this up. Thank you so much, Princess. You're adorable. I love your little. We were talking about you the other day, and I haven't actually seen you. Somebody has seen you and said that you were pretty, like a younger lady, and were very pretty. But I love your little silhouette there. Okay. The reason you joined YouTube, honestly, I have no idea. I cannot remember. But if I think back on it, it was because I can't get out and be as social as I normally have been. You know, I wasn't going to a job every day and wasn't around people as much as I wanted to. So probably a little bit of loneliness. Um, Number 27, do I have any fears? What are they? Yes, I'm scared of heights, which I think is a rational fear to have because you can die. And I don't like rodents. I think I've said this before. I don't like rats, and mice are maybe not so bad, but like a rat, ooh, I would take a snake and a spider over a rat any day. What's the last thing that made you cry? Well, just a second ago, you all. That was an easy one. Meaning behind your YouTube name, I think I just had to create it. Oh no, I had my real name as my YouTube name, and we see that that can get you in trouble. So I had just made a fairy garden, and so I named myself. And I love to garden, and I do love fairy gardens, so that's where that came from. Okay, guys, sorry. Let me see how many more of these there are. Oh, we might have to cut this short. There's 50 questions, and it's taking too long. I don't even know how many people are in here. It doesn't say. Um, okay, we'll do a couple more. Last book that I read. Oh, no, I do not read as much as I should. I end up falling asleep. I'm not sure if this is the last book I read, but this last one I remember that was really good. It was Like Water for Elephants. Y'all, that is a great, great book. It's so much better than the movie. Oh, I would like a chinchilla. Maybe. Do they stink like ferrets do? I had I had guinea pigs and gerbils when I was little, and I loved them. And I also loved frogs, but I don't like them now. But I had a guinea pig my first year of teaching. I hated that thing. um, does a chinchilla have a, well, I don't know much about a chinchilla. Maybe. Oh, Mrs. T, that was sweet. She said, "Oh my gosh, Pam, stop. You are that and more beautiful. Me and my hubby have always seen that in you from day one. Can't wait to see you in Mama Cat's panel. Me and hubby would just be so happy." Yeah, I do have PayPal. I always forget what it is though. Um, does anybody here remember my PayPal? I think it's, well, my email is marlastecki1978 at gmail.com. Does that give you my PayPal if I give you that? I'll put it in the chat. I don't know if that's my PayPal, but this is my email that goes with it. If Diane Patton is in here, she knows it. There's my email too, if anybody wants to email me. Okay, Princess Fortunate. Bye, honey. I don't know if that's my, I gotta figure out what my PayPal is, but somebody's given me something there before. Actually, a bunch of y'all did, which was so sweet, but I forget what it is. Um, book you are currently reading. I'm actually rereading Angela's Ashes, which is one of my all-time favorite. Don't watch the movie. Movie's dumb, but the book and actually all his books, Tis I even like better. But Angela's Ashes by Frank McCourt. Beautiful book. Oh, thank you, Queen Callie Beauty. Is somebody getting ready to come on? Because I'll get off if somebody's getting ready to go live. You need my super chat button. Did I take it off? It should be there. Because other people were able to do that. I don't know. I'll have to work on that. Trixie, I'm sorry. Thank you for asking though. I'll put my PayPal in my description. I'll look it up after this video is done. Thank you so much for asking about that. And I'll go ahead and end it here. It looks like a lot of people have left, and I appreciate the people who are still here, but I didn't need to even be on so long. I hate to be on, and I know some other people probably were trying to come on at 9. Okay, so my thing is on there, Bless. Thank you for saying that. Hey, man, who's been bullying? Queen Callie, I've subbed your new channel, beautiful. Sorry you have been bullied. Me and my hubby love you to bits, sweetie. Oh, I'm sorry too, Queen Callie. I'll have to sub to you. Let's see. I'll look at you right now. Okay, I sub to you right now, honey. Everybody go to Queen Callie Beauty and sub to her. Okay, cool. Okay. Oh, did you? What happened to all the subs? You must have had to restart your channel. You know what? Let me just say this right now. I'm going to stop my TMI tag. I'll finish it in just on another live. But I know a lot of people are gone and won't see this, but maybe they'll come back and rewatch it. What I did want to say is, because I talked a little bit about Christianity and talking about the Bible and different things last time, and I just wanted to follow that up with the Old Testament way was about the law. And yes, there was some talk of an eye for an eye is the way that God had a relationship with us, and it was about rules, and it was about following rules and laws and rituals. But when Jesus came, he said he has a new commandment, 2 new commandments, and that is to love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, and mind. And the other one is the same, to love your neighbor as yourself. And if you even just think about those 2 things that seem so very different as being one, and that the way that you do honor God is by loving your neighbor as yourself. God teaches us, Jesus teaches us not to retaliate, and that justice is his, vengeance is his. So I meant to say that when I was talking about when you are defending yourself against somebody who's talking badly about you or maybe lying about you, God knows the truth. It is no longer an eye for an eye. It is love your neighbor as yourself, turn the other cheek, forgive 7 times 77. These are the things that Jesus teaches. So please let that be in your heart, and God, let that be in my heart too, as I deal with people who, wrong me and talk badly about me. I just wanted to put that out there, that is not what the Bible says. So There's my preaching. Happy Sunday. Happy early Sunday. Thank you, Bless. Thank you, Mama Cat. I just felt like that needed to be put out there. Those are the only 2 commandments. Are the 10 commandments still important? Yes. But Jesus said he's coming for a new commandment. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, mind, and soul. And the other is just the same. That is what the Bible says, and that is to love your neighbor as yourself. So, and if you ponder on that, meditate on that, that means in loving others, the ones who are unlovable, the ones who spit on you, the ones who lie about you, if you love on them, you are loving on God. That's what that commandment means. So it does not mean that you have the right to retaliate. That's what's wrong with the world. Everybody feeling like they've been wronged and have to retaliate. Okay, I'm back to preaching. Let me stop there. And thank you guys for the super chats. You all just have no idea. You have no idea. So I appreciate that. And y'all mean the world to me. And I will come back on, hopefully maybe before next Saturday. I'll finish that TMI tag, and then I'm going to tag some other people because I think that's a fun tag. It's a little bit longer than I realized. But if you didn't talk an hour beforehand, it wouldn't be that long. So I'm going to tag some people. So watch for my next video and have a great night. I'm sure there's going to be some more live streams on, and love you all. Bye. Thank you for my new rent your